Sika is a global leader in facade sealant systems. Many of the world's most striking new buildings depend on the reliability and durability of Sika facade sealants. New SikaHyflex 250 Facade is the latest technology facade sealant from Sika. For New Zealand, with our earthquakes and aggressive UV conditions, it has some real, measurable advantages over typical joint sealants. Stretch under stress. To find out how well SikaHyflex 250 Facade performs under stress, we took a sample into the Sika laboratory, along with a typical silicon joint sealant. First, we put the typical silicon into the tension testing machine. As you can see, it performed well. It's a Sika silicon after all. But once it started to tear, it failed quickly. Like a zip undoing, a common trait with all silicon sealants. Then it was the turn of SikaHyflex 250 Facade. Sika's datasheets state it will easily perform to a specified plus 100% expansion and a minus 50% contraction. But what if there was a seismic event outside those parameters? And the Christchurch earthquakes were well outside those parameters. It passed the 500% expansion mark easily. Then 600, 700, 800. And only when it neared 1000% expansion did the joint finally fail. Remarkable. Tear resistance. Another strength of 250 Facade is its exceptional tear resistance. We took the typical silicon sealant again, and when it was under tension, we gave it a small puncture to simulate the kind of damage that could occur during an earthquake. It instantly unzipped, as all silicons will. By comparison, at the same tension level, 250 Facade did not fail. This tear resistance is another crucial advantage, as it means that if damaged in an earthquake, only minor repair work would be needed. Paint test. Another advantage is that unlike typical joint sealants, if you want a uniform colour across the whole building, it's no problem, because 250 Facade can be painted over too. Whereas the silicon repels paint and can be easily rubbed off, it adhered to 250 Facade just fine. Droop test. Our final test was to demonstrate how user-friendly new 250 Facade is for applicators. First, we applied a spiral of a competitor's facade sealant. It started to droop immediately, and that could cause real problems for applicators on site when the sealant starts sagging out of joints. Not the best result if you want a professional finish. Then we spiraled the same amount of 250 Facade. It's easy to see which product contractors would prefer to use. SikaHyflex 250 Facade. Plus 100% expansion, minus 50% contraction. New SikaHyflex 250 Facade. The best facade sealant for New Zealand's demanding conditions.